Now they make it look very easy, but it's far from it.
It's the latest extreme sport in the Philippines, but what exactly is liguron?
Hello and welcome to the Travel Show with me, Henry Golding, coming to you this week from the island of Negros in the Philippines. Later on in the show,
I'll be trying my hand at an extreme sport which started here and thanks to the internet is gaining a lot of fans around the world.
hey!
Let me tell you, it's not half as easy as it looks.
Follow the track. But more of that in a while. Here's what else we got coming up for you.
We put a specially designed travel suit to the test on a long-haul flight. We reveal the new shoes that could mean you always take the right path. And Michelle's here with news of a music festival with a difference coming up soon in Morocco. To start this week, let's head to the airports. All around the world, there's always that packing dilemma before a flight. What to take and what to leave at home. If you're heading off on a business trip, it always pays to pack light. But just how light can you go? We sent Greg McKenzie to see if one suit that claims to be travel-friendly could potentially see you through your entire journey.
While business travel is on the up, thanks in part to a rise in economic growth, the experience for seasoned flyers can be stressful. Delays, queues, longer flights are just some of the things that can add to the pressures. And of course, you may need to arrive looking fresh-faced and smart at the other end. But new technology is here to help.
Here's a brief glimpse of what you'll be wearing or nearly wearing in a few years' time.
Back in the 50s, Crimpline was a new groundbreaking material, hailed a revolution. It was durable, wearable and crease resistant, which made it perfect for travelling in. But in the early 1970s, it began to fall out of fashion due to the fact the material was often hot and uncomfortable. Since then, the shape of our clothes have been transformed with new technology. Manufacturers now work with specifically developed fabrics and fibres aimed at the travel market.
People want to get on the plane. They want to pack everything into their small little hand luggage, get off the other end and be ready to go, and then get back on that plane and come back again. That's why crease-free is becoming really important for us.
The makers of this suit claim the fibres that they use help to make it crease resistant. Well, there's only one way to find out. We're about to board a plane here at London's Heathrow to Johannesburg. That's an 11.5-hour flight. So let's see what condition this suit will be in when I arrive. The Rohan travel suit will set you back £235. It's 50% wool and 49% polyester and features Teflon technology, which means this suit is stain resistant. The way in which Teflon technology works is much like a stain protector, similar to the Teflon coating in frying pans.
Fashion retailers really recognise travel as a sector of opportunity for them to expand their ranges. So the ability to offer a crease-free suit, I think, is a reflection of a change of business attire etiquette.
As I settle down into my seat, the first thing I actually want to do is take this suit off. It's beginning to itch. The suit I'm wearing is just one of many available on the high street, which claims to be crease-free. Other designers have also cottoned on to this growing travel trend.
It's a fantastic all 100% wool fabric with a high twist yarn with a natural stretch to it. I'm showing it with these artists and with Olympic gymnasts to actually show the amazing recovery of the fabric. Once you crunch it up, it springs back to life.
It's sort of an extension of the idea of the non-iron shirt and guys wanting their suits to have less upkeep and maintenance needed on them. We're actually seeing a lot of brands that are maybe more high-end getting on this bandwagon rather than your sort of general high street brands that used to be the ones for non-iron clothing.
We've been on board for a few hours now on this flight to Johannesburg, and to make this test as thorough as possible, I'm going to try this suit out in some other seats. Whilst testing out the durability of the suit, I come across Linda, a frequent flyer. What does she think of the suit?
I'm going to crease this up and I'm going to see how this is going to weather tonight, because you're going to sleep on this.
Yes.
So I'm going to now let it go.
It's creaseless, isn't it?
Look at that, smooth. So I'm pretty confident and quite excited to see how you're going to look at the other end.
So am I.
I feel that sleeping in a suit is probably pushing crease resistant and the term crease resistant to its limit.
Well, we've literally got a few hours left until landing, and I must admit it's the first time I've ever slept in a suit. But let's see whether this suit has held up to the anti-crease test. This suit, I've eaten in it, I've slept in it, and it just feels like it's stuck to me right now. But what do you think? Any creases?
There's absolutely no crease.
No.
Let's have a look, because this is, so there are no creases
None
in
on
your
the
arm,
elbow.
none on the elbows.
And that's a key point.
That is a key point, yes. And the knees, no crease. Wow, that's absolutely fantastic. I think absolutely divine, and I just think you look too cute.
Well, there you have it, 11 hours and 30 minutes later, and we're now in Johannesburg. And it looks like this suit is crease-free. So our test has been a success.
Greg McKenzie reporting there on how to keep your suit sharp on a long flight. And it's not just the iron that we're being tempted to throw away. Here's our rundown of other ways that tech is finding its way into textiles in an attempt to make them more travel-friendly. If your internal compass is always letting you down when you're overseas, then these new self-navigating shoes could be just for you. Claiming to be the world's first, these GPS-enabled shoes use satellite positioning to locate your destination and embedded LED lights to guide you there. Ideal perhaps if you're trying to find an unfamiliar office, or maybe heading back to an unfamiliar hotel. If you're worried about keeping in touch with friends and family while you're away, the Ping is a garment that claims to connect you to your Facebook account anywhere in the world. Lift up a hood, tie a bow, a zip, or button up, or simply move and ping your friends. The makers say it's taking wearable tech to the extreme. It means that you can safely leave your phone and laptop at home. If you like to take your workout regime with you when you travel, then this workout gear claims to reflect your activity level and show you real-time how hard you've been working. The color of the fabric changes as you exercise and highlights the muscles you're using. And finally, how about this? Perhaps the perfect suit for board meetings, a leading surf brand has added a splash of sharp tailoring to the traditional wetsuit. So far only available in Japan, the jacket and trousers are made from super stretchy jersey neoprene, while the dry flight shirt is waterproof. The ultimate work suit and wetsuit in one.
Time now to find out what else is happening around the world. Here's your travel update. Those travellers hoping to work their way around Australia next year might need to put a bit more work in than they planned.
The Australian government has said it will more than double tax for those on working visas and scrap their tax-free threshold. The move hopes to increase the amount of work available for locals, but has aggravated travel agents and farms which rely on foreign workers. More than 165,000 gardening fanatics from all over the world descended on southwest London this week for the annual Chelsea Flower Show. The event, which is now in its 102nd year, also saw two royal visitors, Prince Harry and his grandmother, the Queen. Harry was visiting a garden designed in honor of a children's charity, which the Prince co-founded. Now here's a bar with a difference. On the Mexican island of Cozumel, there is now what has been described as the world's first underwater bar. Instead of drinks, customers can choose to have the oxygen that's pumped into their helmets infused with mint or citrus scents while playing underwater games and shooting bubble guns. And finally, taking aerodynamics to the maximum, these pictures show British pilot Paul Bonham as he took the top spot at the first ever Red Bull Air Race in Japan in front of over 60,000 spectators. The event, which was the 60th since the sport was established, sees competitors navigate an obstacle course in the fastest time.
Still to come here on The Travel Show.
I head to Valencia in the Philippines, where they've invented their own unique form of downhill danger. And Michelle takes us on her global guide with top tips on the world's best events in the coming months, including the 200th anniversary of Napoleon finally meeting his Waterloo.
The Travel Show, your essential guide wherever you're heading.
Hello, I'm Michelle Yana-Chan, your global guide with top tips on the world's best events in the coming month. First, seeking inner peace, head to the US, Times Square in New York, where they're hosting the Athleta Mind Over Madness Yoga on June 21st. The all-day event on the summer solstice brings thousands of yoga buffs to learn from New York's leading instructors. Admission is free, but you'll need to register in advance. Staying in New York, one of the city's most popular summer events, the Public Theatre's free Shakespeare in the Park runs from May through August in Central Park's Delacorte Theatre. This year's lineup includes The Tempest and Cymbeline. Admission's free, but be prepared to queue. One of the world's greatest art shows, the Venice Biennale, will be taking place this year in this northern Italian city. Founded over 100 years ago, it hosts an art and an architecture strand, organising exhibitions and promoting contemporary trends. There'll be a different kind of rhythm in the Moroccan capital, Rabat. The Mawazine Music of the World Festival begins May 29th, with international stars coming to town as well as homegrown talent performing. The eclectic lineup features Moroccan, Arab and African artists, alongside big names, including this year Pharrell Williams and Jennifer Lopez. In Belgium, there'll be commemorations for the 1815 Battle of Waterloo that ended Napoleon's expansionist ambitions and determined the future of this region of Europe. There'll be a pyrotechnic show, Inferno, and sensational reenactments of the fighting to the roar of artillery fire. On a quieter note, San Francisco in the US will host the 20th Silent Film Festival from May 28th till June 1st. The event will host rare and classic titles from the silent era, accompanied by live music by the likes of the Matty Bay Ensemble, Mont Alto Motion Picture Orchestra and the Allo Orchestra. Sculpture by the Sea in Denmark is a month-long outdoor art exhibition beginning June 5th. More than 60 sculptures by artists from Australia to Brazil to Japan will line up along stretches of Arquis's coastline from Tanquecan to Ballyhaga Beach and into the forest around the fairy tale building Varna. The exhibition area is accessible at any hour and is free to the public. Get your running shoes on for this one. The Atlantic archipelago, the Azores Islands, will be hosting the Volcanoes Super Marathon on May 30th, a trail run in Fayal National Park across volcanic craters and along striking coastline. There are 2 competitions, the 10 Volcanoes Trail, crossing some spectacular calderas, and the Fayal's Coast to Coast Ultra Trail, the tougher choice. Finally, it doesn't cost a small fortune to make a movie anymore. In Switzerland, a new film festival is launching in Zurich, screening work shot on smartphones, tablets and mobile devices. The Mobile Motion Film Festival on May 30th will showcase new talent, nifty with small cameras. There were no fees for submission, so it's a totally open field. The festival takes place at the art house Uto and will include masterclasses on how to run a crowdfunding campaign and on distribution strategies, as well as the naming of the best digital filmmaker. That's my global guide this month. Let me know what's happening in the place where you live or where you love. We're on email and across social media. Until next time, happy traveling.
Thanks, Michelle.
And finally this week, I'm going to take a hike to the tiny village of Valencia, just over there.
The hillside spot lies on the south of the island of Negros in the Philippines, just over an hour's flight from the capital Manila.
Up until now, it's been a bit of a secret, but then a local sport put it on the map when it became an internet sensation.
At almost 2 kilometers in height, the misty peaks of Mount Talinis dominate the skyline over the south of Negros Island. But it's the muddy slopes down in the foothills that have been winning all the attention of late, thanks to a 4-wheeled contraption that originated here. It's called the Ligeron.
Insane!
Yeah, that's Ligeron.
Really?
You see? That's Ligeron.
I saw him fly about 30 feet on something that's pretty much
That's
made out
one
of
of the
wood.
unique thing of Ligeron.
It might look like just a few bits of bamboo strung together with wheels, and that's pretty much what it is. But add a hill and a few obstacles, you've got a sport that will definitely get the adrenaline running.
You have people coming around the world just to throw themselves off because what pretty much is a cliff.
They excite the Ligeron. Very exciting.
It all started when local environmentalist Nikki decided to ramp up a children's game and turn it into a heart-stopping adventure sport.
This would be described as an extreme sport.
More of an insane sport, Nikki. I think there's something wrong with you and your friends.
That's Ligeron. That's how they enjoy riding the Ligeron.
He's still alive?
Yeah.
The first major race took place just 2 years ago. A bit of fun between about 20 locals. But to everyone's surprise, the video of the event went viral, attracting more than 50,000 views in a matter of days. This year, at least 80 competitors are expected, including some international entrants. But the Ligeron wasn't always for sports.
Yeah, I hear in Valencia. It's a very nice place.
Nikki takes me to meet Valencia's veteran and Ligeron maker, Ronnie Dagoy.
Ronnie. Hi, how are you?
Ronnie has been making the carts for over 40 years, originally to help farmers.
And we use that Ligeron to transport their farm produce from the mountain down to the market, like the copra, root crops, any farm products. Now, my very main objective of reviving this Ligeron to be part of the people in the community, to bring back the memories of Ligeron, because this is part of their culture and tradition here. So, Ligeron is very unique. This is only endemic here in Valencia. And you have to put oil there.
It's time for me to have a try, but one thing's bothering me.
What about the dangers behind Ligeron? I mean, I've seen a few of the videos and the pictures, and I've seen you guys throwing yourselves down that hill.
I think Ligeron has more safety compared to the bicycle than the motorbike because you are very close to the ground.
True.
It's not necessary you will have to wear a helmet. It depends on your guts. No guts, no glory.
I will wear a helmet. Just to let you know.
We will pass that this way.
Okay, straight down there.
Down with the violet color.
So missing about 15 trees on the way down.
Yeah.
Okay, that's important.
Hey, go.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Gaining speed. Gaining speed. Oh, it's very fast. Yeah.
Now they make it look very easy, but it's far from it. You've got to be careful of where you're heading because these tracks aren't straight lines and your speed just picks up a crazy amount, so you need to plant your feet down to slow you down. And watch out for those trees. Ah, close call.
After a few attempts, I start to get the hang of things.
Riding in a crew on my Ligeron.
But as for the big jumps, well, I think I'll leave that to the professionals.
Whoa, smooth. Hey, good job, yay! Woohoo! Whoa! Never mind the bumps and the crashes, it's actually quite a lot of fun. But sadly, that's all the time we have for this week. If you want to join us in real time wherever we are in the world, you can sign on to one of our social media feeds. You know the drill, all the details are on your screens now. Coming up next week.
Rajan heads to South Korea and takes a ride on a train with a difference. He meets an unlikely TV cult heroine.
It's amazing what some people will do to avoid eating by themselves these days.
Then tries his hand at traditional martial arts.
Bring it! Join us for that if you can, but in the meantime, from me, Henry Golding, and the rest of the Travel Show team here in the Philippines, it's goodbye. Back on track, trying to win that trophy. Whoa!